I want to take this time to thank you for the people on the Calvary prayer chain and also for those that come for Bible study, for Thursday prayer time, and all of our Zoom meeting, and also for membership and evangelism. So we say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, and as we do our thank yous for this Christmas time, we've been apart from each other, and so many of you haven't seen people that are still working behind the scenes, are distancing, wearing masks, and keeping the church afloat. If you've driven by, you've seen the decorations out on the corner of 9th and Ridge. And so in addition to all the work that Katie's done on the outsides, we want to thank Dan and Jerry, Rick and Scott, as they worked in the cold and in the warm and in all sorts of conditions to decorate the outside of the church. Special thank you also to the church council members as they've been behind the scenes trying to help steer us through this mess of a year we call 2020. And we've still been able to feed people, still been able to hold folks together, encourage them, proclaim God's word, and tend to the community around us. And so thank you for all of that hard work. Kent, you're up next.
Yes, normally at this time of the year, we would be wanting to thank our ushers and altar guild and communion assistants who would be working countless hours. And they did a great job in January and February and early March, but then continuing behind the scene to keep us ready to be able to do our recorded concerts. We want to thank all of the altar guild people and people who helped set up decorations and kept the church clean and looking good, and all of those that helped with the parking lot. Especially a big thank you to all of our worship and music committee, as we met many times to try to figure out how do we do worship, how do we make this work, and all of the people that helped with our technology to be able to do live streaming and recording of funerals and weddings. And then a big thank you to all of the musicians that participated in our Calvary Christmas concert that was online just a few days ago. And if you haven't seen it, you can search Calvary Lutheran Green Bay on YouTube, and you should subscribe so you get automatically notified when we send new videos.
Christmas blessings to everyone. I'd like to thank our education committee who has supported us throughout the entire pandemic. And I also like to lift up all of the volunteers that are quietly unseen and often working from home too, which includes the Sassies. They have done a ton of work for us at home. And then I'd also like to lift up Debbie Hansen, who is a master of the gift bag. And she's been doing maybe 1,000 of them over this entire pandemic. And then also Grace Rip too. She had done all of the milk jugs that Calvary so graciously donated that we've used over multiple events during the Advent season. And thank you to the congregation too for supporting all that we're doing and keeping us connected with your lives also.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I would like to lift up the Grumpies who have been here throughout the whole entire pandemic. They've been doing little projects around the church, helping everything. Just everyone who has done, like Pastor Jeff said, the decorations outside the building, and also the ladies that were inside the sanctuary to set up the poinsettias for the recordings, and just everyone that has been helping us to keep the building running.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to thank our pastors and our worship committee for working so hard on our worships, whether they have been in the parking lot, in our prayer garden, whether they've been live streaming. A lot of work has gone into that, and I really value and appreciate the time and effort that they have put in to keep us all connected. And I also like to thank Jim and Sophia Lemons for all the hard work they've been doing in the sanctuary, in the whole church, to keep it safe, to keep it disinfected and sanitized for all of us to use as we need to mill in and out of there. So thank you very much, everyone.
Hi, everyone. I would like to say a special thank you to our food pantry volunteers. They shopped, they bagged, they distributed all throughout 2020. We reached a lot of people, helped a lot of people out. And I thank them very much. It really helped us out in the office, and stay healthy in the new year.
I would like to thank the money counting teams who have continued to alter schedules and continue counting the offering every week. I'd also like to thank Ed Graves. I couldn't do this without him. He's been awesome, helps me every month with reconciling the bank statements. And I'd like to thank the congregation for keeping up on your giving. It's really helped us get through this. Thank you.
Yes, we have been in great shape throughout this pandemic by so many people doing extra work and making things happen that often go unnoticed. I want to thank also the staff that pushes folks, each other along, encourages each other, continually comes up with creative ideas and ways to keep folks connected. And so finally, all of us on staff want you all to know, have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.